What up, though? What is happening? It's your girl, Sis-Lo, with another newsworthy update. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? For real, though. What up, though? So, I was supposed to do this live like 2 weeks ago. And life be life, y'all. Life be life. Just like right now, I'm like doing 12 things all at once. I'm trying to straighten up. I got a doctor's appointment. Um, my grandson is graduating today, going to high school. And I promised him I was gonna cook him dinner. So yeah, I'm doing all that. But and how if and the ever, I am coming live because I said I was gonna do this live, and I was said I was gonna do it um like a few weeks ago. Now, here's the thing. You have to be down in the chat, say hey, and then say we can't hear it. And don't forget to like and subscribe and to share and all of this. So let me go to the situation at hand. I wanted to talk about Q from day 26. The young man, they were on making a band, this, that, and the other. And that's where their rise to fame hailed from. Because of this Diddy thing, being on trial and whatnot. But to be perfectly honest with you, there was like a little hush hush in the woods, no pun intended, that was talking about some of the stuff that he had been through. Now, please, I'm sorry, y'all. So I I'm trying to prep some stuff for later. But one of the things, let me say this, my of meeting day 26 some years ago. They came here to Detroit, and at the time she was working at Central High School, and so they came to visit Central. I don't know if Robert went to Central because Robert is from Detroit, so I don't know if Robert went to Central High School or what, but they did come there and they visited. And I have a picture. I have to find a picture, and I can post it later on. But my daughter worked at Central High School at the time, and she was pregnant with my grandson, who is 10 now, about to be 11. So that's how long ago that was. But back then, they when they came to visit, they took a picture with her on the day 26. Took a picture with her, and they all had their hand on her belly. It's a sweet, cute little picture. And they kept saying, "That's my baby." No, that's my baby. So yeah, it was a cute little picture or whatever that they took with her, and I'll post that at some point when I gotta go do my pictures and find it. But um, they were really nice guys, really sweet, very approachable. Um, yeah, they came up to the school, but oddly enough, it was after school was out, so it was in the summer. So a lot of the kids weren't there. So they just did a little. I think it was just really an impromptu type thing, where I guess Robert was just taking them around the city and whatnot, that type of thing. So, but anyway, um, back when they were on the show, if you guys go back and look through the archives or the old um, clips of the show, you will see that back then something was really going on with you. Like something was really, really bothering him. He never says exactly what it is that he's going through. And I think people were pretty much assuming that it was family type issues or what have you, but it wasn't. Also, during that time was it was also during the time that he and Dawn from the girl group Danny became were an item. They were seeing each other. So there was something that went, and it was like you went from this aspiring singer star type thing to like, it's gonna taste right, y'all. Being oh, here we go. He was like being upset or something, like something was troubling him, and no one could actually figure out what it was that was bothering him, but they knew it was something, you know. But it caused him to get into his bandmates and a bunch of other things. So they were falling out. You would see first it was him and Willie, and then it was him and Brian, and it was just a group thing. And at one point in time, they wanted to put him out the group, and then you could see Diddy being hard on him and all this and that. You would see Dawn pulling him to the side, trying to talk to him and this and that. But something happened during that period of time, and he checked out. Okay. Now, especially in the last year or so, they start coming forward and they start talking about certain things that started happening, and how they got this infamous email from Sean Combs, and how it was so disturbing that it kind of messed everybody up. So you see a clip of them being interviewed. I believe it was by DJ Vlad. I'm not sure. It was either Art of Dialogue or DJ Vlad, because I think both have interviews with Day-26. But you would see him and the brothers, which I'll call Day-26 the brothers because they have bonded like brothers. So you would see them talking about that email, and then all of them started crying. He was crying, and all of them started crying. So something in that email, whatever it was, is the thing that triggered some of the other things that he started, everybody crying and starting to cheers. I mean, starting the tears to flow and all that type of thing. But at any rate, you would see, that it whatever it was, it triggered emotions from them. And the waterworks started. I mean, I even shared a few. I'm not even gonna lie. It kind of choked me up a little bit because I'm like, well, dang, what was in this freaking email? And it wasn't until later on when he started to tell more of the story that I started to kind of put things together. And I came up a little, it's my own conspiracy. This is nothing that he said, but it was my own little conspiracy as to what could have happened. And I'm going to tell y'all in a minute. But I don't know that you would ever get an opportunity to listen to me or my broadcast. But if he ever does, this is one thing that I want to say to you, and I want to say to your brothers, I want to say to anyone else. Take your power back. What I mean by take your power back, whatever it is that someone might feel that they have over on you, expose it yourself in a way that you feel comfortable. So then that way, it's no longer a threat to you. You ain't got to tell on me, I tell on myself. You understand that type of thing? So I would admonish you to take your power back, baby. Do what you got to do to take that off of you from being hanging over your head. Take it back. In whatever way you feel comfortable in doing it. You know what it is that he did to break you that way. Only you know what happened to you at that point to break you to a point to where it sent you in this downward spiral for a minute. I'm glad to see you come back. You're talented. He's gifted. All of that. He appears to be a beautiful human being, as such as the other brothers in the group. All I want to say is take your power back. Control your own narrative. And I say that to anybody. Take your power back. If you be as transparent as you possibly can, the only thing people can have on you is what they made up. That's the all. The only thing that people can get, and that's, see, the internet kill people every day. They kill people every day. Every time you turn around, rest in peace this person and rest in peace that person. And they got a whole video out saying what they did throughout their career and all this stuff. And you go look it up and that person's still kicking and breathing. They've been doing it. That's a lie. So if they can do that and make up their own narrative, that's the only way that they can get something over on you, is to make it up. Because it's not true. But if there's something that's true about you, control your narrative. You control it. Ain't no secrets. I got my own secrets. If you want to know anything about me, I'm the best person to ask. And I will be candid with you. And if I say, hey, it's none of your business, then it's none of your business. And it's not for you to go out and dig it up just because you want to have something to talk about. You want to create content. But he did come out and say that while he and Dawn was together, that she ended up drugging him. She gave him a pill that he thought was ecstasy. He thought he was going to spend an intimate moment with his girlfriend. And it turned out to be something that he wouldn't even remember. because he said about 20 minutes after he took the pill, he blacked out. He don't remember anything. He woke up and he was in the basement of Sean's mansion in the kids' twins room, and he didn't know what happened. And everybody would have their phones out and was laughing. Everybody had their phones out and was laughing. So I'm going to go here, and this is where my conspiracy comes in. This is my conspiracy. It does not mean that it's true. It does not mean that it's not true. It's just my thought, my whatever. Whatever happened after he blanked out, after taking the medication that was given to him by the girl that he trusted, the girl that he was in love with, whatever happened during the time he was blacked out, and when he woke up in the condition that he was in the position or whatever it was, and everybody had their phones out, I believe that the email that was blasted out contained videos or photos of whatever occurred to Q, because it went to his brothers. It's up to whatever occurred to Q at that particular moment. And it was meant to humiliate him, to shut him up, and to let the others know that you're not far from this. So I do believe that there was something in that email that had something to do with the photos or videos of Q doing some unseemly things or what have you, or them doing something to him, especially learning the type of things that they did at these freak-offs. So I believe that there was something that they did to that young man while he was under the influence of that drug. And they videotaped it, they recorded it. And there's probably much, much, much more of it for the entire time that he was out of it. And then they sent him clips or pictures from it in that email to him and the others in Day 26 and whoever else they sent it to. And it was meant to shut him up, to shut him down and humiliate him. He was too embarrassed to tell his brothers about it. He was too embarrassed to talk about it. He couldn't go to the police because he felt they had this thing over on him, and that is what caused his breakdown. That's what I think. That's what I think. I also think that they would have done better as opposed to getting him as a RICO, getting him as a habitual sex offender, a sex offender trafficking for his own goods and purposes, harassment. Hold on. I think your sister's at the door. Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, I believe that is exactly what happened. I believe that I believe that they put the wrong time in the strip. I gotta call. I believe that if they had got him for sex trafficking and harassment, online threats, using uh, digital media or wire fraud or whatever they call it, when you do online, use your email and all that to threaten people or harass people or intimidate people. He should have been for intimidation, all that type of stuff, that gangster stuff. Then I believe that they would have done better than just a RICO, because to be perfectly honest, I feel that like they're proving him to be a very terrible person. But are they proving a RICO case? I don't know. I don't really know the ins and outs or what it takes to prove the RICO, but I feel like if they would have just got the like a what you call a oh my god, I don't know why my I know what I want to say, but it's not class action. There you go. Something like a class action lawsuit, but in criminal court. So if they would have gotten multiple people to come against him and say he raped me, he abused me, he blew my car up, he released pictures of me, he videoed me without my consent and released it online, these types of things, then terroristic threats, all that type of thing. I believe they would have proved their case and they could have got what they needed. Um, I don't think he's a good person at all. Um, I can't support anyone that does anything like that. It's awful. Okay. But I think that is what is going on with Q. I think Q was afraid to speak up. I think he was afraid to come forth. I think he was embarrassed by whatever it was that they did to him. I think he felt betrayed by his girlfriend, betrayed by Sean Combs and the people that they trusted in the industry. And um, he got blackballed, so to speak, for a minute. And it wasn't until Day 26 really went independent that they, that he was able and free to come back to the group, because as long as they were under Diddy, there was nothing. And Diddy really didn't do anything to push them like he could have. It was pretty much like they pretty much did their own thing. And those boys can really sing. Those young men are really gifted, really, really, really talented. And some of them have proven themselves to be good actors and producers and writers and everything. So I think the best is yet to come. But I would say to Q, control your narrative, sweetheart. Expose him, not allow him to expose you. Come forth. And that's the only way you're going to be able to release what you are going through mentally, spiritually, emotionally. That's the only thing that's going to get that weight off of you is that you let it go. You got to let it go, baby. Whatever you do, you got to let it go. Okay? However you feel most comfortable doing just that, that's what you got to do. Okay? Whatever it takes. You know how you want to let this thing go. You know how you want to get you some legal counsel, get you some spiritual counsel, get you some therapy, do whatever it is that you got to do before, during, and after, so that you would transition through it adequately and still hold on to your mental faculties, because I know that what you have been through has been bad, it's been heavy on you, and it speaks to anybody that's been tormented, that's been traumatized by anything, that's been tried, whether it be on social media, whether it be with your family, whether it be at work, whether it be in life, whatever it is, in your workplace, in your field of expertise, whatever it is, you control your narrative. Don't allow other people to control. Take their power. Take your power back. Okay? So that's it. That's what I want to say. I do believe that there was something in the video, in the email that Sean Cole sent out, and it contained pictures or videos or something of that nature that represented Q in a very dim light from his eyes, something that would make people mock him and laugh at him. Some of the same thing that he's probably done to so many other people, that I'm sure he's probably done it to so many other people, you know, because if he didn't make you a hoe in the streets, he made you a freak in his bed, definitely. And that's what he did. He even did it to Kim, to Lil Kim. He made Lil Kim what Lil Kim is, looking crazy. I'm sorry, not crazy, but looking the way she looks. God, I'm sorry. She don't look crazy. She's a beautiful young lady. She just looks different from where she started. She started out gorgeously beautiful, and now she's made herself into something that she feels like people want to see. And to say it's crazy, that's wrong with me. I apologize for that. But she doesn't look crazy, she just looks different. Put it like that. But control your narrative. Take your power back, people. Whatever the enemy has holding over your head, take your power back. Take your power back. Control your own narrative. Stand your ground. 10 toes down. And tell the devil you ain't taking it no more. Do what you got to do. Seek God every day. Look up every day and thank God for giving you another day, another chance, another opportunity to get this thing called life right. Hold your head up high. Keep walking. And when you ain't walking, he's carrying you. Know this. Know this. I love you on purpose. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Let me get ready to get out of here. Gotta go to the doctor. I love you. Peace.